got some hot coffee. I got some cinnamon creamer in here. Today I'm starting, I know creamer is in there, I'm not supposed to have that, but I'm starting a coffee, water, and tuna diet. I'm going to do that for 3 days and see if I can't get rid of this guy right here. It ain't much, but I'm going to see what I could do with this. Summer's coming up. Got to do what I got to do. So I'm going to drink coffee, just one in the morning, and then I'm going to drink water all the rest of the day, and then tuna. We'll see how that goes. But today I'm going to kind of break down how much money YouTubers make, how they make it, different revenues, all that type of thing. And it'll really break down pretty much any channel you want to figure out pretty much how much money they make if you're that type of person, which a lot of people are, because everyone gets asked all the time. And then there's always these videos popping up of how much do the Crockers make in the month of January? How much does the Crockers make in the month of February? And then they always put these weird like eyebrows and blush and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, let's dive into it. Alright, so first and foremost, YouTubers don't get paid per view. That's not how it works. If you see a video with 1 million views, that doesn't mean they made $1 million or they made $1,000 or whatever. It's not per view. So if you watch a video and you know how an ad pops up at the very beginning, boom, there's an ad, and you hit skip, they probably ain't making no money for that. And then when the video comes through and there's another ad, boom, you hit skip, you ain't making money for that. So if a hater is on there, that's what people always say, even the haters are making you a living. They're not really, in the grand scheme of things. They help algorithm, but they're not helping your income. So if they get on there and they're just like skip, 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 and they're skipping through the ads, then that's not helping the YouTuber. That's how YouTubers make their money, is when the ads are watched. So if you are a supporter of a YouTube channel, whether it's mine or anyone else's, and you really support them, watch the ads. Now there are some ads that are 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours, they're long. I'll personally watch an ad if it's up to 3 minutes. After that, I don't watch it. That's just too much time between a video. I'm already gonna forget what the video is about. So anything over that, I won't watch. But if there are long ads throughout the whole video, what I'll do is skip through, and then when I'm done, I'll play the video again on my phone, walk away, and just let it play. I don't care how long the ad is, I just let it play until the video's over. That way it supports the channel, and you know, they get their 2 cents per ad watched or whatever it is. I don't know exactly how much it is. I could break it down, but I'm not going to right now. But yeah, that's a big way they make their money, is watching ads. That's the biggest way they make their money, is watching ads. So if you support them, please watch them. And if you're a hater and you've been skipping, you may not be helping financially, but you're helping with the algorithm. So how does the algorithm help? How does a hater help build the channel? Well, so to get in the algorithm, you need as much interaction as possible. And so you guys always wonder, like, Jason, you always let this get to you. Why do you always comment back to these people? Why don't you block them? You know, all this stuff. The reality is, they're helping my channel grow. They may not be making me money, but they're helping my channel grow. And in the world of social media, numbers are everything. It's perspective. If you see a video with 1 million views, you'll probably click on it before you click on a video that has 20 views. It's just the way it is. It's perspective. You're thinking, this video must be good, so I'm gonna go watch it. And so the way YouTube works is, if I post a video and I get 10,000 views and 10,000 comments, but all 10,000 comments are bad and all the thumbs down are bad, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube wants interaction, and that's all it is. And so whether it's thumbs down or whatever, that means that they watched your video, and that's all that YouTube cares about, because now YouTube knows that your video is put in front of people, and that's all YouTube cares about. They don't care if your content's good or bad. They just want you to put a video out so they can put ads on it. and they can make money. Let's say if I made $100 in a month, YouTube made $100, maybe even more now. I don't even know what cut they're taking, but it was pretty much almost like a 50-50 cut. So if a YouTuber made $100, YouTube made $100, which YouTube is owned by Google. So it's just one of those things that I'm just gonna do this to see what she does. That they're banking, they're making tons of money. They don't care what content you're putting out, to an extent. Now they will ban some stuff, they will censor some things, stuff like that, so you got to play in the rules. But the reason I don't care that I don't block most haters, I block a lot, but the reason I don't block most of them is that the algorithm, they keep me in the algorithm, and whenever someone talks trash, I'll go say something back to them, because guess what, a trash talker gets trash talked to, they're going to talk trash back. So you'll see me, if you see me in there and there's like 50 comments of this guy talking trash, it's helping my channel. It's fun, but it's helping my channel grow because it's interaction, it's interaction, it's interaction. They can come in and, instantly don't watch the video. They click on the video, which is good. They thumbs down it, which is good. They leave a bad comment, which is good, and they never watch the video. So they're still helping. So that's how it is for the algorithm with haters. Paid sponsorships and things of that nature, product reviews and all that, that's another huge chunk of how YouTubers make money, depending on the YouTuber. The bigger the channel, the more money they're willing to pay. Like I said before, I got offered from Simply Safe to do a video. I didn't even have electricity out here. My house wasn't even done, and they just said, put the video out, put the Simply Safe up, and we'll give you $3,000. And then you can have a link, and I think you make money off commission of selling it or whatever. I would have made $3,000 for doing a video on a security system when I don't have Wi-Fi, I don't have electric, I don't have nothing. And they don't care. They want it out there in front of you guys because we're called influencers. And so that's what it is. We are here to influence you to buy a product if you do a product review. I don't do them all the time. I do them every now and again, and then I try to be as selective as possible, and I've never been paid to do a product review. One time. And that's it. And that was the very first product review we ever done, and it was $50 to do a stepladder video, if you guys remember that. You have been around a good minute, but that was the only one we ever did. And then after that I was like, yeah, I don't want to get paid for this. They can give me free products and I'll put it in my videos. If it's good, I'll tell you guys if it's good. If it's bad, I'll tell you guys if it's bad. But I don't want to get paid for that because I don't like the fact that I'm considered an influencer, and if I said go buy this product, it's a piece of junk, and I only said that because they gave me hundreds or thousands of dollars, then I'm screwing you over. So I'm not gonna do that. But that's a way that you can see these companies reach out to these YouTubers, and then in the video they're supposed to tell you if they get paid, and it should say on there at the very beginning, a bubble should pop up and say includes paid promotion, and they should tell you that also, but some channels don't. To me, I think it's the right thing to do. If someone's paying me to tell you guys something, and a lot of times they'll give you a script. So if they're paying me to tell you something, I think it's only right to tell you guys, like, hey, I'm making some money off this. I just want to let you know this is why I'm doing this product review. My next Crockers video will have a product review in it, but it was 100% free. They have a thing where they want you to sign up for commission and all that, and I told them, I was like, I don't even want that. I just want the product, because you'll see what it is and you'll be like, yeah, that's a good product. And so that's what I try to stick with, is products that I'll use and stuff like that. But that's a big way. So if you're a smaller channel, you're probably making $0 to maybe like $100 for a product review. If you're a big channel, you make thousands, and a lot of these are reoccurring. So it's just the way it is. I don't hate on anyone that's doing that. I think it's fine as long as they're upfront and honest of, hey, this is a paid promotion. They paid me to do this. I think it's totally cool. Make your money. Do what you need to do. I just don't want. I don't want to be that on this channel. Merch. A lot of people are doing merch. I'm seeing small channels do merch, and I'm seeing huge channels do merch, and I support when I can, and for who I try to support, I guess, stuff like that. I always don't know who has merch and stuff like that, but that's a big chunk of money is merch, and so again, you're considering it an influencer, and so a lot of these bigger merch companies will come in and say, hey, we'll do your merch or whatever. Bunker Branding's probably the biggest one, but you have to be a big channel to get on there. You have to be approved to get on there. Now, I don't know how much commission or how much of the profit the channel makes. I don't know. I know people that do it, but I am not going to ask. I'm not going to. I don't think it's cool to ask how much money people make, but people do all the time on here, so I'm doing this video. But I don't think it's cool to do that, so I've never asked. But it's got to be decent, and I'm sure the more money, the more orders, the more money you're making. Now, then there's places like Bonfire. What's the one that's stuck underneath my videos that I can't take off? Teespring. I freaking hate Teespring. It's the worst. It's stuck under my videos. I can't take it off. They were selling my stuff on eBay. They were selling my stuff outside of me even knowing. It's just a nightmare. Never use Teespring, and don't buy it from Teespring. If you see that link down below, don't buy. I get nothing from it. Don't do it. These other channels, don't use them. It's a nightmare. If you're a channel and you want to use somebody, you can't make your own merch, use Bonfire. Bonfire.com. It's a great place. You make a pretty good profit off of that per shirt. They are very upfront with you. They'll say, you create your shirt, how many spots you want to put logos, how many colors, all that stuff, and then they'll say, hey, we're charging $14 or whatever it is. Depends on the shirt. $10, $14, whatever. To make their shirt, you put what you want on top of that for your profit. So say if you want to sell, say you did some crazy shirt, it costs $15 for them to make. You put $10 profit on top of that, and then you sell them for $25. You would make a $10 profit per shirt, but they do everything like that. So it's a pretty good thing. We're being hands off. You give them the logo, they'll even create a design for you, I think. But as a very hands-off thing, it's easy money for a YouTuber or any influencer. You don't even have to have a YouTube account. You could make your own shirt, even if you're nobody. And I say nobody, not an influencer. And you could put it on your Facebook or sell it or whatever you want to do, and you could still use it. It's just a place for influencers to use them to market your stuff, and then they're very, 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 very good company. They'll even have this thing on there you can move over. You're like, I think I'm gonna sell 10 shirts. They'll tell you how much profit you're gonna make, and you could be like, I think I might sell 500 shirts. You move it over. The more shirts you sell, the lower the price gets of them making it, so the more profit you make. So it's pretty good in that nature. And then a lot of people now are making their own merch. It was right at the same time. It's pretty crazy that I was like, you know what, I need to start doing my own merch, put some more profit into my own stuff rather than give it to a company. That's just the way I work. And so I bought the heat press. When I bought the heat press, I saw that Daniel Arms bought a heat press, and I was like, I wonder if he's going to do that. And then he started making some merch. Now they could put a lot more money back into their pockets rather than giving it to a company. It's a good investment for an influencer, but it's a lot of time and effort that goes into it. Now you have to buy all the blanks, the transfers, actually make them, get all the orders, go ship them out. It's a lot more work. You're earning that extra profit rather than just letting the company do it and you make a smaller profit. So it evens out if you're okay with doing all the work. And that's kind of why we started the Shoot Dang stuff, and when I do it ourselves is it gives us more profit, but it's a very hands-on. Everything that we did went into it, and it's fun and it's exciting. It's a startup business, and so that's a way to do that. I'll just say this and be completely honest with you guys. When we launched Shoot Dang, I made more money on Shoot Dang in a week than I did some months on YouTube, and that's the crazy thing. Of course, it was a launch. Everyone was coming over. It's not going to be like that every month. Sometimes YouTube's going to be making way more than what Shoot Dang is. Sometimes Shoot Dang will be making way more than what YouTube is, and that's my way of compensating the slow months of YouTube, because that's another thing. YouTube has seasons, and I say that because the revenue goes like this. You're going to make a lot more money at the end of the year when Christmas time's coming around than you're going to make at the beginning of the year. And you're going to make more money. There's different quarters of the year. There's certain parts of the quarter you're going to make more money. And how we get paid is, it's called a CPM, and that's basically breaks down how much money you make per 1,000 views. I know earlier I said you don't get paid per view. This is an average of what you're making per view when they break down how much you're making off your revenue from the ads that are getting watched. So it's very weird, it's very tricky, and I could be wrong about all this. This is just my own research that I've been doing, but you can have a CPM of $1. You can have a CPM of $10, $20, $30. It depends on how big your channel is. So it's not the same for everybody. So if you're a YouTube channel out there and you're trying to figure out what other people are making, don't go off your CPM, because the smaller the channel, the smaller the CPM, and then the bigger the channel, the more views they're getting, stuff like that. The bigger the CPM. But it also depends on what type of channel you have, what type of niche you're in. If you're a dime a dozen, like bands, I'll say this: if you're in a band, you ain't making nothing. I used to work for a famous band, and I make tenfold what they make on YouTube, and I know all this. I know the numbers on that, and it's because musicians are a dime a dozen. But people that are living off grid on YouTube, it's a lot less than musicians on YouTube. So it's stuff like that. You know, homesteaders, it's a different niche. Kid toy reviews, stuff like that. There's a lot of those, so you're not making a ton of money unless you're a bigger channel. So they break it down that way. So it's really hard to figure that out. There is a website called what's it called? There's a website called Social Blade, and Social Blade will give you numbers and stuff like that, your analytics of any channel you want. You can search any channel you want, but it's not always accurate, because I've looked with my own numbers and got on there and was just like, all right, yeah, this isn't accurate with what my numbers are, what I'm making, but it'll give you a ballpark figure, if you want to call it that. But it'll also say, like, this channel can make $200 to $2,500 a month, you know. So it's like, it gives you this weird range. But if you're ever curious, you can get on there. A lot of people do. It's just socialblade.com, and look up any channel you want, and sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're not, so take that into consideration. But yeah, YouTube has its seasons, and the reason it's like that is because how do we make our money? Ads. We get paid per ad that's watched. So Christmas time and all that stuff's coming at the end of the year, so these ad companies are going to just throw money at Google to put on YouTube. And so around Christmas time and stuff, you make a lot more money. I've had times where for December, I make more in December than what I'll make in January, February, March, and April combined. And that's what's crazy about it. So you have to think of it in a smart way of just like any self-employed person. You may make a lot of money here, so don't spend it all because you got it in one check, because the next month or 2 months or 3 months might be slow. So you try to even it out. You try to save some back to do that. What I did was, when I got a big chunk, I invested in something that could potentially help me out, and that was Shoot Dang merch and stuff of that nature. Paid my debts off, all that type of stuff. And so any checks that I had that were big, I knocked out my debt. I invested in myself and people I cared about, and then did that. So again, like I said earlier, the Shoot Dang sometimes makes more money than what I make on YouTube, and then it's the other way. So that way it kind of, I can even out stuff. So you got to be smart with your money and how you invest it and how you save it and all that type of stuff. But that's pretty much a kind of somewhat breakdown of how much YouTubers make, how they make it, stuff like that. Again, if you're real curious, it's no secret, so I'm not giving you any secrets, but you can get on socialblade.com and check it out. I'll even leave a link down in the description if you're curious. You can search whoever you want. But again, if you see some numbers, just know they could be wrong. A lot of times they are, but it'll give you somewhat of a figure, something of that nature. But yeah, go check it out, do all that stuff. Hopefully this video kind of lets you guys in on the behind the scenes stuff of YouTube channels, and if you want to start a channel, this is kind of why I'm telling you guys this. I'm not really trying to, like, I don't know, tell people like, I make this much money or that person makes that much. It's more of, if you want to start a YouTube channel, here's a way to kind of figure out how we make money if that's the way you're going. I've been doing YouTube full-time for a good while now, and it's literally what I do. I don't have any other income other than shoot dang, and I've done it, you know, for a good while now, so it's very possible to make pretty decent money as long as you're smart with it and all that. So hopefully you got something out of it. See you on the next one.